This.
Sup?
How are you?
I'm good.
What you been up to?
Um, Filling the skip, cleaning the house, getting everything. It's Jaden's birthday this weekend.
Oh, true. How old?
14.
Oh, he's a man.
Oh, he's a man. His nose coming in and everything.
Oh my gosh. What does he want for his birthday?
Money?
Of course. What else does a man need apart from
Oh,
a woman?
yeah. Oh, he doesn't tell me about that sort of thing, though. I get left out of the loop when he's got a girlfriend.
Oh, really? Funny. Yeah, I remember being that age. Oh my gosh, you start to get like, I don't want to talk to you, mum. Go away.
Yep.
Far out. Is Jaden the old? No. Serenity.
Yeah.
18.
She's 18.
Bro, I seen her backing you up on some of the posts. She's like,
Yep.
how are you handling it? Like,
Okay, for the most part. I kind of just try and laugh it off.
yeah,
because I don't know them anyway, and they don't know me. So,
no,
bro,
exactly.
yeah,
No point losing your shit over it.
nah.
Oh well, that's good. What's it like having a bit of pop? You know, you're famous now. Like people, they actually know you.
It was weird because I actually met the kids because the kid's dad came around here a couple of days ago, and he said to me, he was very nervous, and he's like, "Well, I've met someone," and I was like, "That's cool, that's awesome, I love that for you."
Yeah.
And we met her yesterday.
True.
And she turned around halfway through. She's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen you on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, that's me. Yeah, that's me.
Oi, do you get? So yeah, you're gonna get like, are you that lady? You get that, Yeah, are you that guy? Yeah, like,
Yeah. Adrian got that when we were in Kitty Kitty.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, eh?
Yep.
But I appreciate it, sis, because it's what I love is that it's normal. We're showing that it's normal people.
Yep. Right out. Real people with real lives.
Exactly.
Real fucking mess. I think it's funny though, because like that's not even what they say is not even messy compared to the rest of the house.
Yeah. Crack up. That was your like real tidy.
Yep. Hard.
Yeah, but I mean it's because I've had it all these years. It shows it really does show the state of people's hearts. You know what I mean? Like the state of their actual. And I still get offended sometimes when things aren't going well for me. Right?
Yep.
I get upset, but I have to keep reminding myself like they're basically revealing the state of their own their own whare.
Yep, exactly. And it shows how different the people are in the ninja community compared to what must be going on in some other people's lives for them to be that nasty to someone that they don't even know.
They don't even know, bro.
Yeah.
Like I would never ever do that. Just go to a platform or publicly and start berating someone. The only reason you do that is because yes, you're right. They've got terrible shit going on in their own lives.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's a compliment.
Yep. Plus, it gets lots more views on there and people having a look, and because majority of the people are jumping on and saying their 2 cents about don't be an asshole, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, as long as you don't mind being that person.
No, fuck, I don't care.
Yeah, because I jump. I appreciate it because it helps us get out there. but it means that, you take a hit. But if you can get through that hit, it means you can really if you get through the scrutiny of the public, there's nothing else really that you know what I mean? Like, you got your own face-to-face issues with your own family and stuff and your own waitua, but then there is that next level, which is the intercommunal, which is what you're being challenged with, which we think you're amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we caught up with this guy. We've just been so busy, but he wants to basically he does a lot of stuff with the media, and he's saying, I've seen you guys and your stuff and that, and Rach would be a good one to like talk to One News, basically do a news story.
Yeah.
But we just haven't gotten around to sorting it out. But if you're open to it,
yep.
That would be something that would help us, obviously, and we'd love it if we could, because
you've got the time.
Yeah, bro, we're just working on ads now. That's why I wanted to do this interview, because we're basically we've got to really pierce the market, try and get out there again. Just been so busy scrambling to make ends meet, but now we're going to do a focused, intentional marketing campaign and really put what our savings behind it, and just try and get more ninjas and build the community.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm wanting to have this quarter with you. So I appreciate it very much.
All good.
All right. Well, I'll just ask you these questions, but they're pretty straightforward and easy. Basically, we're going to do one promotion for the fasting meal plan.
Yep.
And I'll just try and interview everyone who's done the fasting meal plan, and we're going to push that because it's freaking awesome. And then I'll do a separate questions for the ninja community, but it's all normal questions.
Yep.
All right. Well, do you want to just quick introduce who you are? Especially that you're a single mother of 6. You're transformed your life and the results that you've seen. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Rachel. I am a single mum of 6 kids, ranging from 2 years old to 18. I've been a Fat Burning Ninja now for 10 months, I think. And in that time, I've lost 30 kilos. It's changed not just the way I look and feel about myself, but everything. Everything is so much easier to deal with, easier to handle. I don't just learn what I need to eat and what I need to do exercise-wise. I learn from the other ninjas in the group who have their own little things that they do to help them when it comes to things like meditation or yoga, because there's so many different people doing so many different things to help themselves in their daily life. It's been a lifetime.
So that community support, you want to talk about the Fat Burning Ninja community support and how did it contribute to your 30 kg weight loss, having that every single day in your life, even though it's online and even though you don't know each other from a bar of soap, but you connect. What is it about Fat Burning Ninjas that motivates you and keeps you encouraged on the daily?
I was not expecting what I got when I signed up in regards to the support that you get from literally people I don't know, have never met, don't know me from a bar of soap. But the more I shared about me and my daily life and the hardships as well as the good times, these people were coming in and feeding me love and positivity and saying, it's okay, we all go through this because we are all in the same boat, living different lives, but everyone has the same issues, but in, different ways type of thing. I've done plenty of other fitness programs where you don't have that level of support, and it's that much easier to drop off. Whereas with so many people behind you, you tend to stay more accountable, not just for yourself, but because you're showing up for them too, because they are showing up for you. Yeah. And I love them. I've made long-lasting relationships with quite a few. I've met quite a few now, actually, too. Hung out, got drunk, you know.
We'll make sure we put that in. So is it the trust and the level of vulnerability that you're able to have with people that you start off as strangers, but showing up for each other on this online platform every day and feeling like you can share who you truly are in reality? Is that what kind of makes the difference?
That absolutely makes a difference. It's a level of support that I haven't seen with anything else that I've come across. Like, and it's not like these people are getting paid to support you. They're doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you give of yourself and share your vulnerabilities and then be there for them in the same hand, then it comes back to you and they do it to you as well. And it's just a community full of love and full of support, and it helps to push you on, especially in those times where you just get up and you cannot be bothered. You know, like, it's too hard. I don't want to do it anymore. Start reading through some posts, and then you're like, oh, so-and-so's having a bad day too, and they've done 6 steps, so surely I can get up and do a couple, you know?
Yes.
So it definitely spurs you on.
So that's a big one, right? Daily commitment is what people struggle with. Motivation is what people struggle with, because it is a sacrifice to look after yourself, make healthy choices, do a little bit of exercise per day. But we start off with like the workouts are literally 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So can you speak to that, how that helped change your mindset slowly over time?
And actually probably was one of the draw cards that got me to do it in the first place. Because when you think about working out for 15 or 20 minutes, you know, people saying these short workouts that are like 15 to 20 minutes. It's like, that's not really short. But when you get told, 3 minutes, one set's 3 minutes, and you can only have to do one, it's like, whoa, shit, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, that's it. Just do 3 minutes a day. 3 minutes out of 24 hours is not much, not even if you have 6 kids.
I love that, because how does that get you in the mood, especially with 6 kids? It must be hard having 6 kids, having a tribe of people that you're always having to facilitate and put first, and you're constantly putting other people first, because this is one of the things that people struggle with, is finding me time, especially single mothers. Especially, how do you find that me time, and what does it mean once you get that me time? How does it transform your life?
Once I'll speak for myself. Once I start moving, especially being who I am, I'm quite a competitive person anyway. And when I'm competing against me, it's worse. So once I start, it's like, well, you can't just stop there. You've got to keep going, type of thing. But you start feeling good after the first set. Already your heart rate's up. Your, like your endorphins are flowing, and you can feel it. And it's like, I can do this. I can keep going. I can do it. And if the kids are around, half the time, if they're up to it at the time, they'll jump in and they'll do it with me, regardless of which age child it is. I've had the 2-year-old do workouts with me. I've had the twins do workouts with me. Jaden loves doing workouts with me, but can't do as many as I do. Serenity loves doing workouts with me. Even Uffy in her dinosaur costume loves doing workouts with me. Yeah, so they can do it with me. It's not like it's something I have to do by myself. When not, I have the time, I can just jump in and do it if I've got a spare. If I do 5 sets, it's only going to take me 15 minutes. So if I've got 15 minutes spare, whether the kids are home or not, I can do it and, yeah, just pump it out. If the kids want to join in, they'll join in. Half the time they'll just walk around me and laugh or whatever they're doing, but it's part of normal life for us now for me to be doing a workout. So, yeah.
So, looking at the changes, your emotional connection with your kids, your social connection, your whānau connection with the kids, integrating exercise with somebody before you joined us, well, as opposed to now, what are the differences, and how has that increased your relationship with your kids and the emotional connection and because it's not just about physical health,
No, it's not. Well, before I started doing this, I didn't have time to work out because I had 6 kids.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's my relationships with my kids have, like, I probably spend more time with them now because of the headspace I'm in, because of the positive overflow that's gone into my mindset and everything else, which means that times that would stress, that's not to say I don't get stressed out, but times that would have stressed me out before, they don't stress me out as much. I've got the energy to go for a walk with them, take them places, just play with them outside, go and jump on not jump on the tramp, but sit on the tramp while they're jumping on the tramp, or, just play with them, spend time with them. Yeah, they love the difference in me.
Really?
Not just physically. I mean, like, I've had high fives and everything else from my kids about how much weight I've lost, because it's a massive amount of weight. It's huge, but
it is.
It's everything else that has come with it.
Yeah, what's it like being able to do you have increased emotional connection, like you have better talks and they feel heard, or, tell us about that. That'd be neat.
Yeah, I do. I've especially now that I've got the physical side down, like I've lost all the weight. My work now, a lot of the time, has been on working on because I have my own mental and emotional shit that's from years ago.
As we all do.
Yeah, everyone in this world does. And actually my kids do too, but now I take the time to sit down with them, get them to try and teach them what I have learned about letting it out, feeling it, get upset. You're allowed to, it's part of being human. And then you need to let it go. You can't hold on to the shit, otherwise it's going to stay with you and then stay. And if you keep pushing it down, it's not going anywhere. So you have to let it out. And this is probably more recently than anything else, and more so with my older kids. But even with the younger ones who tend to let it out anyway because they don't have that emotional control yet, even with them, I'm now like, just let it out. Like, be angry. You're allowed to be angry. I'm not going to tell you to not get angry. What I'm going to say to you is, yes, let it out, but not in a way that's going to hurt. Like, don't hit somebody because you're upset. Go punch a pillow, go for a run, go do something, but let it out and then let it go without hurting anyone else. And like, because of the stuff that we've been through in the last few years with me and the kids, before I started the program, I was very lenient on them and would give in to them easily because I felt like I had to make up for the fact that I kept them in a shit situation. But But now it's like, well, I can't keep doing that because that is not going to help them, and it sure as hell doesn't help me because it means that they can get away with anything, and that's not okay. So yeah, that sort of growth on top of the weight loss and the muscles and the everything else has probably been the most important part,
Yeah, so being able to give your children the necessary love, discipline, order that's going to benefit their lives.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel, being able to give them that, whereas you're saying you weren't able to give them that before the program?
It was weird because I used to just get in a downward spiral of running myself down because of what I was doing, but I wasn't stopping doing it because I didn't know how. I wasn't trying to help my own emotional well-being or anything else. I was just, I'll just stay here and I'll feel sorry for myself. Because really, at the time, that was easier than getting off my ass and doing anything. So I'll just stay here and I'll do that. But then, everyone in the FBN community knows that I'm an oversharer. And when I started, I would let it all out, whatever was going on every day with the kids, with everything else. They all knew what was going on. And I actually made a comment early on, you guys know more about what goes on in my daily life than my freaking family does. But yeah, and it helped letting it out. So, why not teach my kids to do the same thing? Yeah.
Because you've got people who are in a similar situation as you, right?
Yep.
Give, sacrifice, feel like they run themselves into the ground, and then the cycle seems to be self-pity, feeling sorry for yourself, and then you just spiral out of control. Can you speak to that? To those people who are suffering with that very thing that you're talking about, what would you say to them?
I would say, coming from someone 10 months down the track, you can do that. You can sit there in that cycle forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and it's never going to change anything. Or you can be like me and just make that first step. Make the first step. Commit to doing a week-long challenge. A week-long. Oh God, I can't even remember what it's called. Do the week trial. There you go. And give it a go and see what you get out of that week. And it's worth so much more than what you pay for it. At the end of the day, like it has changed my life. It's changed my outlook. It's changed my relationships. Just give it a go. Otherwise, you could be 10 months down the track from here in the same position you are right now. Or you could be 10 months down the track where I am. And it's two completely different people. But the choice is yours. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you've got to get off your ass and you've got to do workouts. Yes, you can't always eat all the crappy food. Yes, you've got to sacrifice, all right? But it's honestly not that big a sacrifice. Like, really, the time for the workout is not a big sacrifice. Eating good food might feel like a sacrifice when you don't get to eat all the chocolates and the chips and everything else. But what you're putting into your body is nourishing your body, and it's fuel for your body, and it's good for your body, and it's what your body likes. So really that sacrifice is actually benefiting you anyway. Yeah.
So having people that care for you, listen to your sacrifices for those habits to be sustained, is that one of the keys? Because if you had no one kind of watching you and engaging with you to make these sacrifices, you wouldn't do it, would you?
No, you probably wouldn't if you weren't having to stay accountable.
So talk about that accountability that's helped you maintain and sustain those habits that you're talking about, those sacrifices, because it is a sacrifice.
Yeah. I think that staying accountable for not only because we post every day with a picture of proof after we've done our exercises. We put nutrition posts up every day with what we've eaten, whether it's been good or not. Yeah, shit. At the end of the day, you can lie if you want to, but what is the point? Everyone slips at some point. I mean, you're not going to live the rest of your life not eating chocolate or anything else, but having other people there when you share to say to you, that awesome day of kai, like, don't even worry about that because tomorrow's another day. As long as you're doing it 80% of the time, it's all good, and you've got people there because obviously if you eat shit food and you're doing something like this, you're probably going to feel like shit for eating it. But then you've got people that are there saying, don't let it ruin you, just come back tomorrow. You'll do better tomorrow type of thing, like it helps having to stay accountable for your own actions and your own nutrition and having someone to stay accountable to. It helps you to keep going and sustain and come back day after day, regardless of whether you're doing well or not. Because you're showing up not just for you, you're showing up for them, and they're showing up for themselves and for you. So it's give and take. It's not like you're doing all of this and they're doing nothing. They're doing the same thing you're doing.
I love that. So your nutritional awareness has gone right up then, because obviously.
Oh hell yes.
What are the differences if you could state some of them? What was your nutrition like back then compared to now?
It was shit. That's not to say I've always loved salads. Okay, so love salads, love fresh salads all the time, love cucumber, tomato, blah blah blah. But bread's easy. Bread's always an easy thing to have. Sandwiches, toast. And I'm not saying because you're allowed to still eat bread in this, but to the excess that I was is not so good. Chips, bickies, chocolate, ice cream, anything. And if there was something there, I'd eat it just because it was there half the time, not because I was hungry. I didn't know how many calories I was putting on my body. I didn't know whether I was overeating or not. Some days I probably wasn't eating very much at all. But there was I had no awareness of the proteins or fats or carbs that I was putting in my body. I was just eating. And majority of the time when I was eating, it was either out of boredom or emotional eating because something had gone wrong, or the kids, like, Mum, can we get this? And I'm like, yeah, no, sweetie, let's go. We'll go get, and of course I'm going to have some, and I still actually do that now every now and then, but within my calories, and not like a whole block of chocolate or,
And so let's talk about the fasting plan, because that's the plan that has helped so many ninjas. You've lost 30 kgs,
yep.
Making those nutrition. What was it? So was it easy at first? What were the challenges you faced? Because everybody starts and it can be difficult. What was it like for you, your experience? Looking at the plan and then having to actually do it in reality. What was that like?
So when I first made the decision to start the fasting plan, I was probably more scared before I started it, thinking that I'd be starving up until lunchtime.
Yeah, right. So that's the first misconception, right?
Yes.
That people think you're going to be starving. So I don't want to do this fasting plan thing.
Yeah. And that was blown out of the water on the first day. And I'm a coffee drinker. I used to buy a 26-pack of the vanilla latte sachets, the Nescafe ones, and that's the only coffee I drink, and I'd have sugar in it. Well, I ended up switching to black coffees anyway, right at the start. Started using artificial sweetener, and now I prefer that to having a vanilla latte.
Wow.
So
that one change right there is going to save you like 200 calories or something.
It is close to 200 calories, especially when you've got milk in it. And now that my coffee's dropped down to, I think it's 2 calories. And of course, because coffee is a hunger suppressant anyway, like my first thing in the morning, I still have my coffee. It's just a black one with artificial sweetener in it. And drink water. And I actually, from that period when I wake up to lunchtime before I eat, by the time I eat at lunchtime, yes, I'm hungry. I'm not ravenously starving, but yeah, I'm hungry. But the way my body feels on the inside from not having the food is kind of worth it. Like, I feel good during the morning. I've got energy of all that other stuff. It's not like I'm exhausted and tired. But that's a nice feeling for me. Not starving, not full, but like I like that feeling. So that was a bonus for me.
So you're feeling content?
Yes.
How long did it take you to get that feeling? Because that's what the people who are looking at the fasting meal plan, they're worried about they're going to be hungry. They're worried that they're going to be ravenously hungry. They're worried about those things.
Hmm.
So you're saying, after a few days, you're...
Yeah. It was pretty early. Like, I don't even... it's always been like that, being on the fasting plan for me. Because when I originally got just one of the normal meal plans, and I wasn't eating breakfast before that. And then I started eating breakfast on the meal plan, and then went back to the fasting meal plan, thinking that because I started eating again, I was going to be starving, but no, I wasn't. And I think there's probably a lot of people that do that. Like, there's too much, especially with kids. You've got kids to get ready for school in the morning. You've got to, get everyone out of the house. Start getting things done in the morning. You kind of forget about it. And one of the things I've noticed with the fasting meal plan is the importance of eating is, how do you describe it? You eat to nourish at certain times. You feel full after you've eaten. You getting in between the times between your meals is easy, especially if you've got things to do. It allows you to have your brain concentrating on something else, like for me, getting washing done, or you can concentrate on that and then food, and then go and do that, and then eat. And there's less hours in the day that you have to think about food, because you're not eating until 12 o'clock anyway. There's less meals to think about because you're not starting to eat until 12 o'clock. So it's, rather than 6 meals a day or 4 meals a day, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it.
So it's helped with your time management and productivity.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've also noticed, because my fasting window opens at 8 o'clock at night, I'm not going to bed over full or bloated or anything. I go to bed feeling satisfied and content and not hungry, and then I'm waking up and still feeling good.
Wow. So it wasn't too hard to integrate into your life, who's a single mother of 6 children.
And it was easy. Like, that part, that was easier than just doing a normal meal plan, having the fasting meal plan, because it meant that, I don't have to worry about eating all day. Well, I don't have to worry about eating. Don't have to worry about eating in the morning. And if I start feeling a little bit hungry, I'll have a drink of water or I'll have a coffee, and keep doing what I'm doing. My focus is not on eating in the morning, not making sure I get what I need in the morning. Yeah.
When did you start seeing the weight loss?
A lot of other people saw the weight loss before I did. One of the things I noticed with the weight loss was there were certain things that I noticed, and it was more probably in my arms than anything else. Like, when I'd look down and I'd see some definition, but then I'd see myself in the mirror and I'd be like, or see my after photos and I'd be like, bro, I can't even see it. You know, like other people go, I can see it. I'm like, I can't see it. I still look the same. But I think somewhere along the way, because there were very slight differences for a few months. I think it was about 6 or 7 months. And then all of a sudden, I could see the difference. I could really see the difference. And I've had people comment, like my auntie, who she started the program. She's still a bit of a ghost ninja at the moment. I saw her in the holidays and she was like, oh my God, I love your arms. And it's just doing normal everyday things like, you know, picking something up or something, and then all of a sudden my muscles will flex and I don't even know what's happening. And then she's like, I want arms like you. Yeah.
So what's it like, that feeling when somebody says to you, I want arms like that, you know? That's got to build your confidence.
Oh, yeah, it does. It definitely does. Even seeing myself in a reflection or something, I'm like, bro, that's me. You know, that's me. Or, yeah. It's amazing because I know I've worked for it, but it still blows me away sometimes just how much difference there is.
So the feeling that you get when you catch yourself having a glimpse at yourself going, whoa, is that me?
Yeah.
What is that like? You know, because you haven't had that look or that feeling for most of your life, right? Like, what is that?
I think the last time was about 10 years ago that I wasn't this weight. I was bigger than this, but that I was anywhere near this size. But that was, you know, that was a different time when I only had 3 kids, and you know, things where I could go to the gym back then. But now, like, even compared to then, my fitness level compared to what it was back then is way higher. My stamina, my ability to do things that my 14-year-old son can't do.
Yeah, wow.
Although he does still wall sit very well, I have to say that. Yeah.
So okay, weight loss. Were you happy with the weight loss that you were seeing, and how did you stay motivated to stick to the meal plan? You know, when you first started, what were the changes like that you could notice? And how did you stay motivated to stick to the meal plan? So is it that the meal plan was easy to stick to, so you just stuck to it? Or was it motivating because you saw weight loss results? Or a bit of both?
I think it was a mixture of both. The meal plans are extremely easy to stick to. And they are meals that we eat as a family anyway. They're not, you know, it's not like you've got to go and buy some fancy piece of steak or some weird bean thing that's really good. I don't know. It's just normal. It's chicken, it's mint, it's, you know, vegetables that you have in your fridge as a person with a lot of children, you know, like I didn't have to go out and buy anything fancy. I could just stick to what we already had. And yeah, it was easy. As well as that, though, the support definitely kept me motivated, especially because you're seeing everyone else and their struggles with their kai, you know, whether they're still having the odd snacks and they're feeling bad about it, and that sort of, it makes you think about yourself and whether you're dropping off as well. And then you're sitting there telling them, oh, don't be so hard on yourself, you've got to be kind to yourself. And then sitting there thinking, well, I'm sitting here feeling shit because I just ate this, but I'm telling them to be kind to themselves. So it's like, well, maybe I need to be a little bit nicer to me as well.
Yeah.
I've found myself doing that quite a few times. But yeah, it is. It's definitely a mixture of both. Easy meal plans that are easy to follow, with everyday foods. You don't have to go out and get protein powder and everything else. I choose to because I love it. But, you know, you can get everything you need from normal food that you get in the supermarket, not some fancy supermarket, just Woolworths, or Countdown, or Pack and Save, you know?
Yeah. So how has it, being on the fasting plan, how has it helped, or has it changed the cost of food and your weekly food shop?
No. My food shop has been the same throughout the whole time. We probably spend less, actually, just because I don't buy. Like, I still get snacks for the kids to take to school, which is usually bars and crackers, rice crackers. Other than that, we kind of don't buy anything unless we've got something going on, like a birthday or a celebration of some sort. So, other than that, we've pretty much, I think we've probably cut down on our groceries just based on the fact that I'm not buying all the crap that I used to. I'm not buying a bar of chocolate. I'm not buying packets of bickies. So if anything, it's probably come down a little bit, which is obviously a good thing when you have 7 people in one house to feed.
So you're actually saving money.
Yeah. And every bit counts at the moment. Means at the end of the week, I can go out and get some extra milk or bread for the kids so that they can get through the weekend, type of thing. Every cent counts at the moment, so it definitely helps.
So emotional eating, let's talk about that, because that's something that a lot of normal everyday people struggle with. We all do. We're all addicted to food. We all overeat, overindulge. You know, for people that are struggling with emotional eating, how will the fasting plan help them, you reckon?
I think it'll help in a lot of ways, to be honest. I myself am quite an emotional eater a lot of the time, always have been. I've always been very, I don't know, I've always been on the bigger side, the couple of times that I managed to lose some weight, and was always told that I was fat, and, you know, from about the age of 16 type of thing, from my dad and rah-de-rah. So emotional eating's been part of the way I process things for a long time. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not to say I don't do it every now and then now. But I don't know. It has helped me to have a different relationship with food than what I used to. So I don't so much reach for, maybe not on the same scale, but, you know, like it used to be, I'd go and get a block of chocolate out and eat the whole block, or a whole bag of chips, or a whole bag of lollies. You know, it wasn't just limited to, now I can go and have a couple of pieces of chocolate, or I don't actually like lollies very much anyway, but any sort of sweet treats or anything, I can limit myself to having a little bit, because shit, at the end of the day, we're allowed to eat and there's no bad food. So, but I don't go in and gorge myself every time something's going on in my life that causes me to become emotional, or I have a hard day, or I'm extremely tired because, you know, the 2-year-old hasn't slept all night, or I'm not using food as my crutch. Yeah.
And so having that plan has given you sense of self-control. You're able to limit the overindulgence.
Yeah.
So, but you're still able to have some indulgence. So how does that feel, still being able to have that balance where, you can eat a bag of lollies or whatever, but knowing in the back of your mind that, well, this plan, I just go back to the plan and...
Yeah. I think that's what has helped my relationship with food, because it's I do indulge, but I keep it within my calories for the day, and I still get everything else that I need. I'm eating lots and lots of veggies. I'm getting my good fats. I am getting lots and lots of protein. So if I've still got the calories left over, I've got no guilt having a picnic. I've got no guilt having, like, I don't know, a roll of chocolate or something, because I've got the room there to do it, and it's not going to make any difference to my weight loss. I'm still going to, it's win-win, because you still get to have your treats, but you're still losing the weight, which is, that's what we're there for.
Yeah, so you get to lose the weight and have your treats. How does that feel?
That feels fantastic. And it also means that I'm not demonizing any sort of food, because I'm still eating that stuff. I'm not saying that chocolate is bad and you can't ever have it, because as soon as you say that, someone's going to go, "Oh, I want some chocolate. I need some chocolate. Yeah, give me some chocolate." So yeah, and that's one thing I've learned doing this too, is demonizing food does not. It makes you want it more.
Exactly. So this plan has helped you psychologically to stop craving certain foods based on the demonization of that food.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's helped you be released from those cravings. Talk about cravings and how they've changed.
I probably don't have too many cravings for anything anymore, and a lot of that's got to do with still, especially now, keeping certain things in there, like having a chocolate every now and then. I don't really get cravings. I get hungry when it's been a while, or if I get caught up doing something, or if I'm out of the house and I'm not home in time, type of thing. I get hungry, but I don't necessarily crave chocolate or no, I don't really get cravings at all.
That's crazy. So this plan has helped with the cravings.
Yeah. Well, because I'm getting everything that I need in it. So, if my body's got everything it needs, it's not going to be craving for sweet things. And I try to kind of have something sweet, whether it's fruit or anything else. A little bit of chocolate in my day anyway, to sort of, and since I've been doing that, there has been no cravings at all. Early on, when I was being very disciplined with the plan, there was no cravings then, ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what other health benefits have you seen on the fasting plan?
Okay, my energy levels are consistent throughout the day. Bar when maybe if I have it only got a couple of hours sleep, that's a bit of a different story. Like I'll hit the afternoon and I'll be absolutely shattered. But and on a normal, when I get maybe 6.5 to 7 hours sleep, my energy levels are stable from morning when I'm not eating all the way through to when I go to bed. My moods are probably a bit more stable too. What else?
So your emotions are stable too?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, obviously there's like everyone gets emotional sometimes, but in comparison to what I was, it's probably 95% less now than when I first started this program. So emotional baggage coming up is just, it's not nowhere near as much as what used to, because of how much guilt I felt because of how I looked, the way I treated my kids, digging into everything. There was a lot.
So what about adherence? People who want to make the changes but are thinking, oh, this is going to be too hard to stick to. The plan's too hard to, was it straightforward for you to make those changes? And what would you say to those people who are, worried about, this plan's going to be too hard to stick to?
It is not hard to stick to at all. The hardest thing is probably figuring out how to navigate the app, and other than that, everything else is easy. But I mean, there are so many people there who will jump on straight away, let you know exactly where you need to go, help you out to find the right places. But yeah, it's not hard. It is. You just got to show up.
So to the meal plan, right? The fasting meal plan. Yeah. What are your favorite choices? When you first started the fasting plan, what were your go-to choices?
Evo smash and eggs on toast.
Yeah.
And I think the stir fries are. I'm just going to shut the window because they're playing music out there.
Yeah, all good.
And the stir fry. But yeah, no, my Evo smash and egg is like one of my absolute favorites.
So you're actually talk about taste, and preference, you actually and enjoyment when it comes to eating the food on the plan. What was that like? Was there a struggle to try and enjoy the food on the plan?
Not at all. I absolutely love, I don't know, even, so my 2-year-old, well, how long have I been doing it for? 10 months. So he's almost 3. He's pretty much spent the last 10 months watching me eat this food. And because of that, he now loves the food that I eat. So he's going to grow up eating nutritious food that's going to help him. And that's probably one of the biggest things that's come out of my eating. Because, I mean, if it didn't taste good, a 2-year-old's not going to eat it. Yeah. So I love the taste of the food. Well, maybe chili flakes, but.
So, what does that feel like for you, knowing that you are inspiring and role modeling good nutritional behavior for your children?
It makes me feel good because it means that they will grow up with less problems than I did when it comes to my weight on a certain level. Not only that, they are getting everything that they need, which is gonna, it's gonna help them have the energy to get through the day going to school. Yeah, it's pretty big actually, and I'm glad that none of my kids are really fussy. So they kind of, and they all love salads. So yeah, no, it's cool. I love that that I can be for them a role model for what they should be eating.
Yeah.
And not just not just eating what they want to eat because they want to eat it.
That's amazing, Rach, honestly. Okay, what about fun and engagement in the community? Like these new ninjas, because, to make sacrifices like, exercise, nutrition and stuff like that, none of us want to do the good mahi. But how does Fat Burning Ninjas, the community, the fun and the engagement help with that side of things?
Mate, I swear, like if I'm having a shit day, I can go on into the community and I will be, I'll be smiling and I'll be like, because there are a lot of people on there with a really good sense of humor. And yeah, no, I love it. I love getting on there and seeing everyone's different personalities come out. The different, I don't know, the amount of work that they're all putting in, because some of them are going real hard. And it's inspiring and it's motivating to see, especially other people who are, I mean, at the moment, because I'm looking the way I am now, like there are people in there that are way bigger than I was when I started, and they are like smashing it, absolutely smashing it, and then cracking jokes left, right, and centre. So you go in there and I don't know, they all become part of your happy times when you're feeling shit, you can jump on there and you can get happy because they're all on there and they're cracking jokes, or someone, even if someone else is not having a good day, you can jump on and you can do the same thing for them. And you know from your own feelings when you've been in that position how good it makes you feel going on there. So you go and do that for someone else.
So it's a fun, lively, interactive, engaging place.
Yep. Oh, my kids look at me weird sometimes because sometimes I'm not just smiling, I'm sitting here pissing myself laughing. Like, I'm cracking up over something that's being said. And, yeah, no, they're looking at me weird like, are you okay? Like,
so what about, inspirational and motivational changes? What is it about the community that people keep coming back to? Why do people keep coming back? Because it's pretty cool seeing, for me, that people, they don't have very high expectations when they sign up to the program, and then once they actually engage,
yeah,
you actually give of yourself. It's surprising how it impacts you emotionally and mentally. And what would you say to somebody like thinking about joining us and all those benefits that you are not expecting?
I think because I notice it when we have new people come on, I've noticed straight away you'll get some comments underneath and people will be replying to them and everything else, and then their next post you can guarantee is going to be, oh my god, I love this community and how much support and love that I'm getting already, but that's how it is. It's worth just giving it a go, just give it a go. See if that community spirit helps you. See if that support and that love helps you to keep you motivated. If it doesn't, sweet. But I can guarantee you that 99% of people that give it a good go, like go on there and engage with these people who are giving of themselves. They're not getting paid to be there. They are supporting you and loving you because they want to, because they want you to succeed and they want themselves to succeed. So just give it a go.
So when you sign up, the first thing you're going to see, talk us through the steps. What happens when you sign up and the response, like you just said before, you sign up and what happens?
Okay, so you sign up, you start your free trial, go on, and what you'll do is either just jump on and introduce yourself, or you'll do your first workout, put up your picture of proof, and then all the rest of the ninjas who see this comment will go in and they will, we'll use myself as an example, do a welcome message like, regardless of how many steps you did, you've done an amazing job because you got off your ass on day one. You did it. You've done day one. Welcome to the family. And I love letting them, because I love watching everyone else's journey. So that's one of the things I say. I can't wait to be part of your journey. And then you've got all the other members start coming in with their bits of love and their bits of support and telling you, it's amazing, you did amazing because you've smashed it. You've done the workout. You're showing up for yourself. And it helps give you a boost on that. It boosts you when people are showing you love and showing you kindness. It makes you feel good. So it's just I've never ever seen it in anything else that I've done before, and that's why 10 months down the line I am still here.
So the big question is, can we pay you to leave?
No. Hell no.
Why not? Come on.
No, I'm not going anyway, mate. You're stuck with me. That's it.
Oh, Rach, you're amazing. Listen, any particular moments that stand out, or anything you want to say to those ninjas who are on the fence? What would you say to people that have been seeing us on Facebook, seeing us on socials, and just humming and hawing? Because I've talked to some people for literally 2 years. They've been looking and just not sort of diving in, and a bit tentative because they're whakama, right? Whakama, the shyness. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be open because every time they're vulnerable, they're hurt. And every time they bring their walls down, they're destroyed by other people. We have so many objections to something like this. What would you say to those people?
I would say try it for the trial. At least give it a go. Try the trial. Go in, do one post. Just do one post and see the support and the love that you get. Because you get nothing but love and support when you're in this platform. Everyone, it's like we're all invested in each other. Every single person that's in there is invested in every other person that's on there, because we are all there for the same reason. We're all there to find our best selves, pretty much. Lose some weight, get some muscle tone. Some people are there to put on weight and put on muscle. There's people from all different walks of life, but they're all there for the same reason. And all there is just love and support. And people that give a shit about you. And they don't even know you, but they give a shit about you. Just give it a go. Otherwise, you can come look at these videos again in 6 months at the same position that you were now, and have a look at those same people and see how much they've progressed. Because that's what's going to happen. What happens when you join Fat Burning Ninjas is progress. As long as you want to put in a little bit of work, you will progress.
And if you could say there was one favourite thing about Fat Burning Ninjas, what is it?
Not being punished. Far out. That's a very hard question. Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very hard question.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it.
I'll rephrase the question. How many things about Fat Burning Ninjas are your favourite things?
All of them. There you go. All of them.
Oh, thank you, Rach. I really appreciate your time, Aces.
All good.
Thank you. Honestly, this is going to help us heaps because,
No.
Vape it up, G. Oh, let me just check my diary to make sure because actually Mr. Shredder had a list of questions. But I wrote them all down, but I just need to quickly check to make sure, okay? That was amazing, sis. Energy strings. Thank you so much.
All good. All good.
And sorry, I'm like, oh, can we do it tomorrow? Oh, I'm half an hour late.
I was just as bad. It's done now anyway, and I'm anything to help.
Thank you, sis. Honestly, thank you so much for your ongoing, tautoko support and the way you treat other people, in the community and everything. You're a beast.
Thank you. Takes one to know one.
Thank you. Well, hey, smash Jaden for the weekend.
Yep.
Enjoy the money.
Yeah, we will. I'll be having sticky date, caramel square, chocolate brownie.
Oh, right. I had a bag of lollies on Sunday.
Yeah,
so I haven't eaten lollies for so long. I was like, let's go. I have a bag of lollies. Enjoyed it too.
Yep. Yeah, I'm enjoying doing it every now and then now. You know, like I don't feel sad about it.
No.
Not anymore, anyway.
No. Neither. I needed it too, acted as a reprieve, and I was letting some steam out, and then overindulging all in the one. And
yep.
The next day it's like, well, I'm still shredded.
That's what I'm finding too. That's why I'm not hard on myself anymore.
Yeah. Look at the mirror like,
sweet.
All right, sis, I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, all good.
And I'll be in touch about that one news. It probably won't be for a few weeks at least.
Yep.
We just get stuff sorted.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All good.
Love you, sis. Thank you.
Love you too. See you later.
See you later.